Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check the video out. I really do appreciate it. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and discuss in this video. So before we get into it, do me a favor and hit that like button to help the video out and show your support. And if you are new here to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. The first topic we're discussing is yet another new trailer we've received for Horizon Forbidden West, this time showcasing some of the new machines that we're going to be facing when we play this game in February. And I have to say, I wasn't expecting to get a new trailer for Horizon Forbidden West so soon. To me, it's clear at this point that Guerrilla Games is beginning to ramp up the marketing of this title leading into its release. And I have to say, they're doing a very good job getting me just that much more excited to play it. But this is reading from Gaming Bolt, and it says Guerrilla Games Horizon Forbidden West has received a new trailer, providing a closer look at the new machines showcased in last week's trailer at the Game Awards. Though Aloy is packing new tools and skills, the Forbidden West's mechanical beasts are more dangerous than anything she's ever faced. There's the Rollerback, an armored armadillo of sorts that will attempt to roll over the opposition. The Slitherfang, a massive cobra-like machine that can glide quickly through sand along with circling around a building, and so on. These Sun Wings have been featured since the game's reveal and utilize the solar panels on their wings to harness energy for patrolling. Each machine has its own unique behavior though, which Aloy can exploit to her advantage. For example, if the monkey-like machines are scavenging for resources and kicking up dust, then players could use that to sneak up on them for a takedown. Now, I have to say that out of everything we've seen in this new trailer, the Slitherfang machine is hands down the most intimidating machine I think I've seen so far. This thing looks like it's going to be awesome to battle. It also seems like it's going to be particularly difficult. I was not expecting to see something like this, and you know, this is the machine that really stood out during that last gameplay trailer we received that was like a minute long. We only saw it briefly, and you get a better look at it in this trailer, and man, it seems like Guerrilla really stepped it up this time with some of the machines that they're bringing to the table. So yeah, I'm excited. You guys can leave your thoughts down below and let me know what you think of this. We also have some information on Gran Turismo 7, specifically talking about a showcase. It was a tech demo for a Sony 8K OLED VR headset, and it featured the GT Cafe. This was pretty interesting, and this is reading from PlayStation Universe. They say Sony recently issued a tech demo for an 8K OLED VR headset that it's beavering away on, and the Japanese arm of Engadget has snapped images of Gran Turismo 7 appearing in the teaser. The upcoming Polyphony Digital developed racer wasn't seen in motion, but the images display the Gran Turismo Cafe section of the PS4 and PS5 title in 4K resolution. 4 cars are also seen in the image. Now, this is something that I noticed recently that, you know, was kind of being talked about and was picked up. Sony is showcasing this new 8K OLED VR headset. What's interesting about this is you can tell that this is not something Sony's going to be bringing to market anytime soon. But what it does tell me is that Sony is very serious about VR. I feel like we already kind of knew this since they're, you know, going to be releasing PSVR 2 in the next year or so, but I think some people still are kind of wondering like just how serious and how committed is Sony to, you know, sticking with this in the long run and, you know, being with VR for the long haul. And I think that looking at a tech demo like this, it shows that Sony's clearly working on a lot behind the scenes and really kind of working on a technology that's going to, you know, I guess you could say, really bring VR to that next level that people are hoping to get to one day. I think that we are definitely going to see some massive strides and huge improvements with PSVR 2, but the idea of what PSVR or just VR in general can be in the distant future is very promising, I think, to a lot of people. And to me, it's clear that this is something Sony is serious about. Now, the fact that Gran Turismo 7 was showcased here, again, I think GT7 is going to be one of these titles that will obviously be compatible with PlayStation VR 2 or whatever Sony's going to call it. So that's not the most surprising thing. To me, the most surprising thing is that Sony's working on an 8K OLED VR headset. you have to wonder, is that going to end up being PSVR 3 or 4? Who knows? We'll have to see. But the next topic, we're talking about something that, unfortunately, I don't think it really means anything. I want to be wrong about that, because the game we're talking about is one that I did play, and I feel like it just has so much untapped potential. It would be incredible to get another title in this, well, can't call it a series, but in this universe. So the Order 1886 trademark has been filed by Sony in North America. Once again, reading from PlayStation Universe, Sony Interactive Entertainment has filed a trademark in the US for the Order 1886, the Ready at Dawn developed shooter released during the early stages of the PS4's life cycle. There's nothing else to garner from the trademark, and right now, it's just assumed that this is a standard practice from Sony to keep the rights to the game under its umbrella. However, it may also suggest the format holder is looking to do something with the IP in the near future. And so that's the whole thing here. Some people were going around saying that Sony only did this because they forgot to do it previously, and so they had to. But anytime you see something like this, you know, it's going to spark a little bit of hope within people that maybe, just maybe, Sony will plan to do something with this. And as of right now, I mean, I'm going to say it's a 50-50 chance. I think there's a 50% chance that this means nothing, and as it says, it's just standard protocol, and we're probably not going to get anything from it. But I want to say that there's also, you know, another side to that, another 50% chance that maybe, just maybe, Sony wants to try to do something with this. I think Sony would be crazy to not do anything with the Order 1886. It had its issues. I think the biggest issue with this game, hands down, was the price point. I think that bogged it down significantly. It's a very short game, and it's more cinematic than anything, and the gameplay needs to be fleshed out significantly, but even with all that in mind, you know, I think that the game being sold at $60 and you can complete it in like 5 hours or something, or 6 hours, and it really has like no replay value. I think that was the biggest issue. But for those who did play it and did enjoy it, you'll know that there was a great story here. The world was incredibly interesting. The characters were great. The story was gripping, in my opinion. And so, yeah, I hope that we see something with this, but we'll have to wait and see if anything comes of it. But next up, we are talking about Forspoken once again, because I just want to let you guys know, I'm a little bit late to this, but I do still feel that it's worth mentioning that there are going to be different graphics modes for Forspoken if you play it on the PlayStation 5. And so if you want to play it at the default graphics mode, it's going to run at a full 4K resolution at 30 frames per second. They will offer a performance mode, which is targeting 1440p at 60 frames per second. And then there's also going to be a ray tracing mode. They don't say what the resolution of the ray tracing mode is going to be. You can assume it's probably going to be 1080p or something like that. And it's going to likely run at 30 frames per second. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool that they're going to be offering these different modes. This is something that I like to see in pretty much all games. I like when we're given the option. It will be nice one day if we do get a PS5 Pro, which I know I'm thinking way ahead right now, but eventually, if we get there, we won't have to choose from this anymore. We'll be able to get everything at one time, right? There will no longer be these different modes. You'll just have 4K 60 FPS with ray tracing. That's the dream, right? But I also want to let you know that they are supporting the DualSense controller in a significant way with Forspoken. I know that that's a big deal to a lot of PlayStation 5 owners. It's a big deal to me. So there you go. If this is a game you're looking forward to playing, then now you know what to expect. But finally, we're talking briefly about Dead Space Remake. I just wanted to talk about this because it's a game that I think most of us are looking forward to. Dead Space is looked at as a very beloved title, and we really don't get like horror games like this anymore. And it's a remake, so it's not like it's necessarily brand new, but still, I think people are excited for it. We have some interesting information on this that I think will make people feel pretty good, because it seems like the game may end up coming out a little bit sooner. Not a whole lot sooner, but a little bit sooner than maybe people were thinking. So it says here in July, EA announced that the beloved survival horror series Dead Space would be coming back with a ground-up remake of the original game being developed by EA Motive. In all the communications by the people working on the game since then, it's been made clear that the remake is still in the early stages of development. Now, however, we might have a clear idea of how long it's been in the works. As spotted by WCCF Tech, the LinkedIn pages of various members of the Dead Space Remake development team at EA Motive suggest that the game has been in the works since halfway through 2020, going back to July. Gameplay tech lead Pierre Vincent Belize has been working on the game since October 2020, and you go all the way to the VFX artist. Apparently, they've been working on it since July of 2020. Now, I don't want to, make it seem like this game is going to be coming out like in 6 months or something like that, because that's obviously not the case. But what it does mean is that there's a decent chance we could maybe end up getting this game at the end of 2022. So reports are suggesting that right now, that's exactly what Dead Space Remake is targeting, a fall 2022 launch. And so I think, those reports were a lot less believable if you assume that development on the game just began kind of like when the announcement happened earlier this year. But it turns out that that's not the case. It's been in development for well over a year at this point. So a good sign for Dead Space Remake. Let me know if that's a game you guys are looking forward to. That's going to do it for this video. However, I hope you guys did enjoy it. Again, if you did, leave it a like. Make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.